And when he started combining the alcohol with the the pills rather, then I think that's when he went down that slippery slope, and Linda gave up on him, which put him into a depression that caused him to drink even more, I'm sure. And it climaxed to me when we went out there on that second buddy trip, and it wasn't as if I didn't try, because I was trying at the Bongers when he first came back to get him to wake up and look at things, and I could talk to Jimmy any tone I wanted to with any kind of forcefulness, but even then I couldn't reach him very well. I got promises from him, but that was it. And this first time to visit buddy trip, I got promises from him, but when we went back on the second buddy trip, he was worse. And even then I tried to reach him, and you could just say he was just tuning out. He didn't want to hear it.
Well, you even tried, when you came home, you told me, you said, I even tried to plead with him that his own father had gone down this path. And when I brought up his father, all he said was, what was his dad's name?
Jack.
He said, "Oh yeah, Jack. Oh, I miss Jack." It wasn't even registering what you were trying to say.
He was in such a stupor from the early morning that, and I wouldn't let him drive anywhere. I was driving the whole time that we drove around there. So after that, I tried phone calls, and I'd call Linda and try to find out how he is. And I remember one call we talked to his son and try to get information off of him. What was that conversation?
Dennis just said, you said, I'm alarmed because I haven't heard from him, and
I'd write him,
and there's no response. And when I've called, you know, no one would answer the phone most of the time. And now you had Dennis on the phone, and he said he doesn't talk to anybody anymore. He says even his best friend who lived there in Colorado Springs, he says he won't even see him anymore. He says he just stays down in the basement. So it sounded like the kids had sort of given up on him too.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he's alive anymore.
I don't either. It was just we couldn't have any contact with him at all. But anyway.
And then you talked to Linda after that. Do you remember? Then you talked to Linda as well, and Linda says Dennis is right. He's just, I guess he's given up on life, and he just, you know, he
didn't want to be told to change his ways. Didn't want to be lectured to. Didn't want anything.
I think he drunk himself to death.